says the offense happened at or near Vosloorus.
Yes.
Let's read it. It doesn't say it happened at Vosloorus.
Yes.
Let's read it so that this ghost can jump off my back.
We'll just retrieve,
Yeah, just read. It says what?
retrieve the
Yeah.
indictment.
And just like that, Baloy struggles to say indictment. Wow. Why? Because my Lord caught him off guard. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday. Yes, the Tuesday we have all been waiting for. The day we find out if Advocate Zitulele Ongumalo Uzwite Galanga is going to find out what happens with the application section 174 for accused number 4, Umthokoziseni Mapisa, who, as you guys know, ran into the house, okay, while he was outside during the scuffle. He said, nah, that's boring, okay, that's not too exciting for me. I'm a risk taker. I need to hear the bullets go pow, pow, and that's when I'm going in. I'm not going inside for a scuffle. Who do you think I am? And once the bullets went pow, pow, he ran into the house, and after he ran into the house, he said, let me touch the hat, okay? I want them to know that I was here. Yes, me, Umthokoziseni Mapisa. Hello, Mzansi. Welcome back to another edition. You already know the house rules. Hit that like button because you know you're going to love this video. At the end, you know the deal. If it doesn't meet your expectations, please go right ahead. Take back your like. But for now, hit that like button so if a call comes in, if you've got to do something at work, if you get distracted, you are not losing out on leaving a like on the channel. So let's get back in to find out who is the ghost. Someone said in the comment section, well, the ghost is the defense team. And I said, wow, that's interesting. Let's find out as Valoy reads the indictment.
Well,
Dr. Sibanda.
the first count is that in that upon or about
Yeah.
26 October 2014 and at or near
Yeah,
Vosloorus.
that's it.
Yes, at or near Vosloorus.
So that argument or that citation is wide. At or near Vosloorus.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just thinking aloud.
Indeed, as a court basis. I think on page 25, paragraph 12, we respectfully submit that there is therefore corroboration for the extracurrial statement of accused number 2, and that the high probative value and objective guarantees of reliability alluded to in Glovis' case, which we'll refer to briefly, are as compelling a justification to allow hearsay evidence are present. And we have already mentioned the fact that even the defense themselves put on record that accused number 2 had proposed a section 105 paragraph, which eventually fell through, paragraph 13. As a starting point, section 219 of the Criminal Procedure Act prohibits the admission of a confession against any person other than the maker. It provides that the confession of an accused cannot be admissible against a co-accused. In paragraph 40, in essence, this section envisages that no one may be challenged on another person's confession. Thus, evidence obtained from the confession of a co-accused will affect only the confessor. We've referred already to the case of Mulimi and we refer to the case of Libazi, 2010, volume 2, SACR 233, is the decision of the SEA. S versus Bartman, 1960, volume 3, SA 535A, S versus Robe. I think my colleague has referred to these cases yesterday, 1968, volume 4, SA 420A. Paragraph 15, the general rule in South African law provided that confessions and admissions of a party were evidence against him or her only. At common law, the extracurrial statement of an accused was inadmissible against a co-accused stemming from English common law, and we refer to, I think my learned friend also referred to this case of the House of Lords in R versus Hayter, 2005 to all law reports ER 209, 2005 UKHI 7, that out-of-court confessions made by a defendant are admissible against the maker, but as a general rule are not admissible against anyone implicated in the confession. And interestingly, my lord, I think I read in one of the cases that the reason behind the rule was that the police force in the UK was not that well trained, if I remember, and that this was now used as a precaution. But in our environment, the well trained officers such as Brigadier Gininda, that motivation will fall away. If confessions and admissions are proffered as proof of their content, such as in cases where they are used against persons who did not make them, they are hearsay. Certain exceptions existed in respect of admissions pertaining to various admissions and common enterprise. While Section 219A regulates the admissibility of admissions, the Criminal Procedure Act regulates the admission of admissions. It does not provide a direct statutory prohibition for admitting extracurricular admissions of a co-accused as evidence against another accused. A prohibition existed under common law whereby the courts were encouraged to exercise a cautious approach in dealing with them, in terms of which that in respect of admissions, they could consist of hearsay evidence only in discrete situations when such situations provide proof of the ongoing conspiracy or executive statements, as we'll refer to in due course. Such so although confessions could only be admitted against the maker, extracurricular admissions could be presented to the court against any person implicated by the maker, even when the maker chose not to testify or disavowed the statement. Paragraph 16, we refer to the case of State versus Ndlovu, 2002, Volume 2, SACR 325 SCA, where the state invoked Section 3 of the Law of Evidence Amendment Act 45 of 1988 to have informal admissions of an accused person admitted in evidence against a co-accused. The SEA held that extracurricular admissions could be allowed within the prescripts of the Law of Evidence Amendment Act, thereby replacing the common law rule that an extracurricular statement by an accused is admissible against the co-accused. But we know, my lord, that in the case of Mhlongo, which we'll refer to in due course, this fact or this finding was overruled. In Ndlovu's case, the SCA held that extracurricular admission, but not a confession by an accused, is admissible against a co-accused if the requirements of Section 3 of the Evidence Amendment Act dealing with hearsay evidence are satisfied, no constitutional principles are offended against, and it is in the interest of justice to admit it. Paragraph 17, we point out that the legal consequences of the Ndlovu judgment was that although confessions could be admitted only against the maker, extracurricular admissions could be presented to the court against any person implicated by the maker, even when the maker chose not to testify or disavow the statement. This also implied that a co-accused who had been implicated in an admission by another accused could be found guilty on the basis of such a statement, even when the maker distanced himself from making such a statement. Therefore, the co-accused so implicated will be required to challenge the admissibility of such a statement under the hearsay rules. Then in paragraph 18, we refer to the case of Ditako versus the state, and Ditako is spelled Litako versus the state, 2014. I'm told that this will be an appropriate time to take the normal short adjournment.
Okay.
And with that, I want to hear from you in the comment section down below. I still don't know who the ghost is, okay? I still don't know who the ghost is. My lord just dropped that and then ran with it and never came back to tell us who the ghost is. But at the end of the day, that caught his attention at or near Vosloorus. That means vicinity. That means around. That means not at the Kumalo house. So they were friends driving around, having a good time. Like his number 5 was at work and then came to meet up with his buddies. So where exactly did Zungu see these men? Because it was not at the Vasutini hostel, and it was not the 26th of August 2014. With that, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What is your prediction? I think that's the biggest question, okay? What is your prediction for today? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll catch you, of course, during court proceedings. Bye. I'm Mzansi Unfiltered, checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Nisi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.